Hello and welcome back to the next episode of our Starfield Let's Play adventure. I thought we would take a little tiny break from the main quest for a little bit. I did get our grav drive upgraded, so we're good to go with that, but we did pick up a mission called First Contact here on Paradiso. We've heard quite a bit about this place, and I thought it would be kind of fun to come over here and explore it just a little bit. Very tropical New Vegas or Las Vegas vibes. Not New Vegas. We're not playing Fallout. I do,
It may be paradise, but that doesn't mean we don't run into trouble from time to time.
I can imagine you would. You know, people wanting to come in here and like bust up the joint. I've just been playing New Vegas way too much recently, well, within the past year or so. I still do it every day in my normal life. Call it the wrong thing. Hello.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Actually, no. Distress called me.
Yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so?
Understood, I swear. Let me know what it is you need to know, or
Great.
need me to do.
I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions.
Well, they didn't respond to any communications.
Not quite. It took some time, but we received a transmission. It was all, pardon the phrasing, it sounded almost alien, like nothing anyone's heard before. Clicks, distorted groans, buzzing, really disturbing sounds.
Interesting.
Now, one of our engineers says it could just be some busted comm equipment or incompatible signals, but we're not sure. So far, no one's disembarked from the ship. No landing craft, nothing. We don't have the staff or ships to spare, otherwise we'd dock with it and attempt to board.
Okay. Well, what kind of a ship is it? Is there any idea who it belongs to?
There's no discernible markings or allegiances to any manufacturers we're aware of. I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're dealing with some sort of new deep space threat.
Well, let's hope not. Alright, well, it seems like a delicate situation. Should just go on.
It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board.
Okay.
As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
Okay. Sounds interesting and fun. Sure, I'm up to go and explore some weird alien communications and or just broken comms unit. One way or the other, I guess we will get to the bottom of it. I think Sam's with me somewhere. I don't know, he's probably out running around, or I may not even have a companion, who knows. We'll find out when I get in here, right? But for now, we just need to go ahead and take off and head up there. Find out exactly what these guys want. Maybe we can talk to them before we have to board them. Maybe we'll get a little bit more out of them than what they were able to. I mean, maybe it's just an alien who wants to come here for a nice lavish vacation. We never know, right? I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Can you try a different channel? Hello? I don't think this is working. I'm going to attempt a docking procedure and we can talk on board. It sounded like it groaned. Okay, well, let me get closer. It almost sounded like it was trying to send Morse code, maybe? I don't know. I mean, they did seem like irregular clicks and beeps, so it's quite possible, and we just didn't, we don't have that Morse code, keystone, maybe? Maybe it's a different kind. Maybe it was a cryptic, message meant for something else or somebody else. I'm curious now. I like playing detective. Not very good at it, but I do like to play detective from time to time. Oh yeah, Sam is with me. Good job, buddy. Good job. Well, everything seems to be neat and orderly here. Put in where it needs to be.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect whatever it is hostile.
Yeah, it's
You're
definitely people.
human.
Yes. Of course I'm human. I take it you were expecting something else.
It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Pardon me?
Well, I'll be. This is like a time capsule. Except with living, breathing people. We have got to explore this
Tell
ship.
me about it, Sam.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader.
Hello.
And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
Very
A
cool.
pleasure to meet you.
So, first of all, what is this ship?
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago.
Okay. Well, my name's Jordan, and I'm here to help.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others.
Wow, incredible. 200 years. How long did it take you to get here?
Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would
Something.
explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting.
It definitely
I can
did.
only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work. And so they made the decision to leave when they did.
Interesting. So, how did you survive for 200 years?
Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children.
Oh, wow.
It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race, above
Well,
all
I can
else.
understand that.
Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous.
A little bit, yeah. So, you do know about the people on the surface then?
We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans.
This is the first time you've run into other people in space, though. Well, your communications didn't work. Why do you think that is?
We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we're hearing too. Well, I'd love to know more, but maybe we should get away from this airlock.
Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge.
Sure.
Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Okay. Well, it is quite the large ship. Hi, guys. You have got some very rusty and interesting looking
Just
weapons. You
stay
probably
out
should have
of
For the
kept
Earth colony ship
kept
Constant.
those upgrade or up,
In the
you know,
early
cleaned.
2100s, my ancestor,
strict for
Rupert
a reason.
Breckenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war,
You don't
global
say.
pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened.
Well, it is, yes,
So,
uninhabitable.
He gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the
Yeah, at
time.
that time, but
It never claimed entire generations coming from outside.
yeah, entire generations have lived and died out here
It
already.
really goes to
Had
show
colony
there are no
wars
limits to
and
human
everything.
ingenuity and perseverance.
Huh. It's kind of hard to imagine that they didn't run into anybody else or stop and check out any other planet in the 200 years they've been floating around out here in space. It is a nice ship. It's very huge, very
Careful
advanced.
waving that fancy gun around.
Do you see me with my gun out, dude? You're the one who's holding it out. I'm not. Be quiet.
Let's talk.
Sure.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life.
Well, how is your crew holding up?
A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually.
And how long have you been the captain?
I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly.
Well, it sounds like you could use some help with your situation.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Sure, I can be a diplomat. So what exactly is wrong with your communication
We
system?
suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it.
Probably not.
If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them.
Exactly. Well, the people in Paradiso want the same, so I guess I'll help.
Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here.
Exactly.
We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Oh, yeah. Why not just try and find another planet?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
I can understand that. I'll try, but you have to understand that diplomacy may require compromise.
Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such. But initially, I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Let me know
happen.
how they respond, and we'll go from there.
Well, it's a huge planet. Why not settle on the other side away from the
We
others?
thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this
Yeah,
world.
that's not gonna happen. Are you out of your mind? There's no way they'll go for
I'm
that.
serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it.
Fight all you want, they've already
But
built here.
as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you.
Alright, well, I'll do what I can, but I am not making any promises. Your demands are too high for somebody who's just coming around after, you know, been floating out here.
Heck, it is a museum.
Yeah, you're not going to, be doing whatever it is you think you want to do. I kind of want to look around. I'm kind of curious.
From here on out.
Yeah. It is stealing and stuff. Well, I don't really want any of this stuff. I just wanted to kind of look around, look at their ship a little bit. Alright, well, it's not too far off from some of the ships that we've been on. I mean, obviously a lot bigger and stuff on the inside here. So were these, like, the first people that have been on? Or all the people over the years who have, piloted this ship? Interesting. It's kind of cool, actually. Why do they all have the same pose, though? I don't know. It's kind of weird, if you ask me. Alright, well, let's head back. Let's go see if we can reach some sort of a compromise, but I don't know, to demand everything? Oh, wow. This is cool. This is really cool. Like, they've really thought of everything here, huh? Oh, they've got schools. Cool. I don't suppose I could tell you about the death claw I shot, right? Hi.
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about. I'm Julia, the Constance chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous
Same
occasion.
thing. Same here, Julia. Well, what can you tell me about the Constant?
As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
Oh, I don't know. Who were the original crew?
We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to spread humanity to the stars. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, had the foresight to plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appear to be wrong.
You were very wrong. Alright, well, I think I know enough.
where to
We've
find me
learned
if you
about the
ever want to
other
know
stuff.
more.
Yeah. Alright, thank you.
Another time, then?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping she would let me talk to the kids or something, tell them about my space adventures. Doesn't seem to be that case, though. I'm wondering if there's a magazine or anything around here that you would allow me to scoop up. I'm always very curious about these things, you know? Magazines, they're good for the soul. Anyways, let's keep moving back. Go ahead and head on out. Doesn't look or appear to be, unless it's in a hidden corner I have not uncovered. Yeah, back that way. What's over here real quick? Before we just jump on out, another mess hall kind of area. Or this is their, like, cafeteria mess hall thing. Now, see, this is where I would put one if I was going to stick a magazine in this joint. They got another classroom. That would take you upstairs to the classroom. Then you have your, like, relaxation area and more greenery. It's kind of nice that they have the greenery down here. Very cool. Anything here?
All this time we thought we were alone.
Just a notepad and stuff. Actually, is there... The notepad is not stealing now. I don't think that would be anything. It looks like it's blank. And then we have security back in here. It's a very well laid out ship. Alright, Sam, come on. We got to get going, buddy.
We know what's out there. Things are gonna be more
Yeah, definitely going to be a lot more interesting for you guys. Though I don't think you're going to like the answers you get once I get back to my ship when I figure out where the heck I came from. I don't know, these guys seem a little bit entitled up there on the ship. Maybe it was because they started out as wealthy people. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I don't see how they think that they own the rights to a
I
planet
was worried about
that
my beach body.
they couldn't
Apparently
have
so.
bought any property
I've been
on
saving for a week-long vacation with Cora.
200 years ago and
Swimsuits
expect
and
it
mai
to,
tais. I'm counting the days.
still be there. A lot of things happen in 200 years, obviously. I mean, there's a whole place built up here. It's not like they just started this place. It's very well established, dang it. And I
Hope you're
think
having
they're
a pleasant
loonier
day.
than a bat if they think they're going to get everything they want out of this. I mean, they're not
I
moving
feel
and
my
taking
bank account
over.
getting drained just standing here.
Tell
How
me
much is
about
it
it,
for a
Sam.
night? No, don't tell me.
Okay, I won't tell you. It's probably pretty expensive. It's a good thing I got the credits to float you. Although, I guess yeah, whatever.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
I'm sorry. I kinda do. You have a problem with the ship in orbit, and I'm here to help.
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with
I
Cora?
didn't need anything from you at all. You're the one who stopped me.
Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
Sure, thanks. Alright. Thank you very much. Let's get in here and talk with these guys. Actually, let's make sure that we hedge our bets just a little bit.
Not our amenities.
There are
Make some time
millions
for
of
you.
planets out
Keep it
there.
quick, yeah?
People can go to any one of them.
I understand you're the man I need to talk to about the strange ship in orbit.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there, causing all sorts of problems for our resort.
Not exactly
Like
aliens.
that. The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens.
Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed. That's despicable, right?
Despicable? Hardly. Just a backup plan in case we can't get them to leave. But you're right. No one's going to buy aliens. Remind me to fire the marketing team.
Thank you.
So tell me, what's the actual deal with this massive eyesore of a ship? Besides scaring people away.
Well, it's an interesting situation. Well, actually, it's a generation ship full of colonists from Earth here after a 200-year journey.
Oh, that's something.
It is something.
Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me
No,
that's
it's
gonna
not
work.
going to.
Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Oh, jeez, I don't like hers.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home.
They're not gonna move.
We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
I mean, it is a
Sounds
solution.
costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Don't look at me.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, not gonna happen either way. So you're trying to say that they can live here, but they'd be indentured
Well, I
servants?
didn't say that specifically.
No, that's
This would be a
exactly what
mutual
you said.
contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered.
That's
Of
no.
course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board.
Yeah, no.
This may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff.
No. You're not firing people. And I'm not buying the dang grav drive. Are you trying to suggest that I destroy their
I'm
ship?
not suggesting anything. Other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what you will.
You are a very despicable human being. And yeah, why can't they settle on the other side of the planet or something?
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live.
Oh, I don't
rather
like
than
this
leave it
guy
to
at
chance.
all. You know, these guys are human beings, and you're worried about landscaping? You're absurd.
Well, absurd or not, that's our official stance. I make the decisions that are best for our entire group. You don't.
And why can't we just let some other authority handle this?
We operate outside of the Free Stars and the UC, partially because we don't want anyone else meddling in our affairs.
Yeah, because you're a bunch of
We'd
jerks.
rather not draw attention to it. As I've mentioned, it could be bad for business. We'd much rather settle this independently.
And why do you think I need to buy their grav drive?
It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost.
Bull.
We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You.
Oh my good gravy. This is a bullet show, isn't it?
And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I
Oh
assume
yeah,
you're
there's
the
the captain. Well, first of all, what if after all this they continue to insist that their claim to this planet predates yours, which it does?
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Free Star Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave.
Oh, jeez. There's no good answer here. I don't want to have to fork out the money to have them go settle elsewhere. This is a planet they have their hearts set on. But I don't want them to be indentured here either. I guess they're going to have to take the settlement deal.
Right. Assuming they agree to the terms, I've got a list of resources you'll need to gather and bring back so we can support the new arrivals. We'll need to improve our lodging and infrastructure, plus account for future projects to support an increased population. Don't care how you procure them, just make sure to bring them here with you before we can consider this a done deal.
No good choices here.
No,
I mean, better a beggar in literal paradise than starving in the stars.
exactly.
At least that's what I'll tell myself.
Right.
I
On
know.
behalf of the Paradiso group, we appreciate your help.
Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
No, it's
I don't want
not.
to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump.
No,
like we
you're
are.
pretty
That's
shady
not
and
who we
trash
are.
filled,
We've
dude.
got something
This place
special
disgusts
here.
me. I don't like it here.
Hey, hope you're enjoying yourself.
This is not paradise. This is hell in a handbasket. Are you kidding me? These people are jerks. Like to put a few bullets in them and teach them some manners, dang it. Make these poor people have to be indentured here just to colonize the planet that they were promised a very long time ago.
Is our number one priority.
Yeah, well, your safety is an issue right now, sir. Good night. Anyways, what am I doing? Can I just bob back up there? I'm still waiting for Sarah's funeral, so can we, yeah, just head back up there. Alright, back here on this ship. I don't know how they're going to take this. I mean, it's not a good option either way. I just can't believe that these were the only options they were giving me to do this. And I really don't think that they would have been happy being told that they got to move on. But I don't see how this is going to be a solution that these guys like either. Is that
We
your
didn't
dad?
believe anyone would. No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down.
Yeah, I'm back with news from the planet
What's the
below.
good word?
Yeah, well, they're willing to let you settle, but you need to work off a
That
debt.
doesn't sound so bad. My crew will need to get used to working for a living anyway. This seems agreeable. Is that all?
Well, they need more resources in order to take you in. Can you spare
I'm not
any?
sure what we can spare.
I'm not asking for a lot, just what little you can
That
spare.
does seem reasonable.
You won't need anything from the ship when you settle in Paradiso, so might as well use it now.
We won't, will we? At least not all of it. I wonder what we could easily access for this transaction. Tell you what, talk to Daisuke, and he'll get you what we can spare. If you succeed, we'll see about finding some other ways to repay you as well.
Well, you don't need to pay me. I would just like you to, help
next
me
time.
procure some of the things, and you're not gonna, like they said, they're not gonna need the ship. What if I'm right? I don't think I have that book, so thanks for letting me borrow that one. And we have read Great Expectations.
We've got strict rules
So,
around
who am
here.
I talking to
They're
now?
strict for a reason.
Back this way. I'm sure you do have very strict things, and you would need to be very strict because you've been living in space. I totally understand that. Can we just bob the elevator down, please? Thank you. It's an interesting situation. I don't think this would be something I would want to be stuck within. Seems
Almost time to
terrible.
take inventory of our stock again. Hi there. Oh.
Yeah? Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm probably the first person from the outside you met, huh?
Nice to meet you. And that's true. As you can imagine, everyone kind of just knows each other around here. Meeting new people isn't really a thing for us.
I can imagine. You're gonna have to get used to it, though. It's perfectly understandable.
Right? We've been cooped up together in this ship all our lives. So outside of births, there's literally no way for new people to arrive, you know? Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I figured, if anything, you'd be with the captain. I'm Daisuke, the ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not, I'm happy just to talk.
Yeah, well, actually, the captain told me you could help me out with some resources.
Oh yeah, she sent me a message. I have everything for you right here. It's all we can spare, so I sure hope you come through for us.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
Need anything else?
Nope, I think that's it. Do you actually have any
Not really.
supplies?
Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop like you hear about in the books and movies, or where you're probably from. Almost everything is communal or shared in some way, but sometimes people want a little something extra or special for themselves. So when that happens, they come to me. Mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory and help ration the supplies so we don't run out.
Okay, thanks.
seeing
Good
ya.
to know. So it looks like I need fiber and sealant and stuff like that, huh? Alright, well, I'm gonna have to go probably back over to Aquila City and purchase some of that stuff. Though the fiber
Careful waving that fancy
could,
gun around.
I'm not waving a fancy gun. The fiber could be a little bit more problematic. I don't want security. I want to get back out of here. Where was that elevator that I left behind? Somewhere, yes. Back up to the classroom. That'll get me back out of here. Need to get back over to my ship. It's an interesting situation that we're kind of stuck in, I think. Definitely. I just didn't see any other way to work around it, and they seem to be happy with the situation, so I'm not going to complain about it. I still don't think it's a great solution, but I didn't say it was old, people. I mean, you did. Alright, Captain. After some searching, I finally got all your stuff.
I won't let my crew down.
Yeah, I have all the resources I'll ever needed.
I'll have them stowed away for safekeeping. We'll bring them with us when we touch down on the surface.
Alright, not a
Is that
problem.
everything now? Are we ready to head planet
I
side?
do believe you are, yes. I think that's it.
Oh, righto. Oh, this is truly wonderful. I'll make an announcement to the crew straight away. If you would be so kind, we lost our landing shuttle years ago, so we'll need a ride down to the surface. Not all of us, mind you, just myself and a select few others. Will you do this for us?
Sure, I can do that.
Splendid. Oh, we'll see you on your ship then.
Great, now I'm a shuttle service. Okay. Yeah, thank you for removing all that stuff out of my inventory. I've been waddling around like a mad woman trying to get up here. Took me a little bit to find the lithium I needed. I actually had to go and find a planet to mine. Crazy, but luckily I stumbled across some arbitrary mission that I was able to do rather quickly and get it. I found it in the mine I was actually going to rescue somebody in, so I don't know. It's probably about half an hour, I think, of searching, and now how the heck do I get off this dang ship? I always get turned around, so my ship is that way. Yeah, I feel like I'm on the wrong dang level is my problem. Yeah, that's gonna take me down. Come on, Sam, get me off here.
This is incredible.
Alright, come on guys, everybody out. Yeah, I brought you down. Let's go. Everybody has to get off.
Excited to move to our new home.
Oh, I'm glad.
Worried, but excited.
Yeah, you want to exit my ship, please? Thank you.
Landing on new planets like this never gets old.
I know, Sam. It really doesn't. And we've got everybody off. I think they're, yeah, here they are. Slowly walking their way over. I think I need to follow them over to their new home. I don't know how they think this is going to be a good thing. I mean, there's no telling how long they're going to make them work this off.
I'm looking forward to making this planet our new home. The possibilities are limitless.
So, do you think it's everything you hope for?
Oh my. Oh, it's almost too much. I've never seen such beauty, never experienced real nature. Pictures, videos, nothing does the real thing justice.
No, I suppose it wouldn't.
I could do without some of the terms of this agreement, but if this is what it's like, I think we'll manage just fine. Thanks again.
You're welcome. I don't know how that was the right solution, but
for making this all possible.
all right, well, you're finally home.
Just think, if you hadn't had the courage to approach us when no one else would, we might still be stuck up there.
Yeah, you might be. Well, what's next for you and the crew?
First, we need to meet with the settlement's leadership and confirm the details of our arrangement. Once we take care of that business, we'll begin the process of shuttling the rest of our people down and resettling them. I'm confident that with a few adjustments, we'll be able to assimilate into society, and once we pay off our debts, we'll travel wherever we want.
All right, well, I guess, no problem at all.
Once again, thank you for your kindness and generosity. Your name will go down in our history books.
Yeah.
You will always be welcome as a friend to our people.
Well, that will work, and she just shoved a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory and an antique piggy bank. I will take that. Maybe it'll make up for the one I stole on the ship. But I think with that, we finished up First Contact, and that is going to be it for me for the day. So thank y'all so very much for joining me. I've been Valker. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.